The chairman of the Police Community Relations Committee (PCRC) Ogun State Command, Comrade Abdullah Babatunde Lawal, has called on residents of the state to embrace community policing and support security agencies in the fight against crime, saying, "Security is a collective responsibility that requires the active participation of every citizen." He noticed that the PCRC has continued to strengthen the relationship between the Nigerian police force and communities through intelligence gathering, public enlightenment, and grassroots engagement. Speaking during an interview with NSTV International, Lawal said the PCRC, established in 1984, was created to foster harmonious relations between the police and members of the public. He explained that the committee regularly trains and retrains its members across the 16 area commands and over 80 police divisions in Ogun State, while sustaining campaigns to educate residents that the police remains their partners in maintaining peace and security.
Police Community Relations Committee (PCRC) was founded in 1984 by the then IGP Eti Inyang. Precisely, it is 42 and a half years as we are speaking now, and great solution has been coming to the nation in the community policing through this security conscious organization, PCRC. One, one of our objectives is fostering harmonious relationship between the Nigerian Police Authority and men with our community, both immediate and societal community, so as to have a kind of synergy to work. Secondly, to campaign against social vices in the community. And due to that fact, we have to train and retrain our agents, our members. Our members are across the length and breadth of Ogun State Command, courtesy our divisional heads, the police officers who are at different divisions, by virtue of their proximity to the grassroots. At the monthly meeting by this member, we gain our more members. And at that junction, there are many information, educative, and social that can keep people interested in community policing. Because security work is not for uniform officers alone. And through this engagement, we have to come around to support them, because commonly no man will wake in the morning without any salary being paid and start moving across the community, campaigning for community policing. But we are getting good results, because through this engagement and community policing strategies, campaign against insecurity in our community, educating our members across the communities that police remains our friend. Not mere saying alone, not only by slogan, but that police is our friend. We deem it fit to say it emphatically because we have tried many systems to combat crime, but police system is working because they are the most closest agency that across the state, for instance, they are the people, they are the officers, they are the agency that you can quickly get whenever there is any challenge. But we do tell our people, when it comes to a kind of underestimating the word, police is your friend. Some people still tell them, if you try insecurity by calling talk when you have problem, you will know definitely police remain your friend. Definitely, PCRC's engagement is basically on closing the gap, the bridge between the community and the police.
The Ogun PCRC chairman commended the Ogun State Police Command and other security agencies for their collaborative effort in reducing kidnapping, cultism, drug abuse, and other criminal activities across the state. It said the committee comprises respected professionals, retirees, traditional rulers, farmers, youth, and other law abiding citizens who voluntarily support the police through intelligence gathering, public sensitization, and community policing initiatives.
We come together through a kind of interest interest we have for policing, for security architecture to thrive. And that's what brought many leaders. Most of our leaders in the PCRC, most of our members, they are prominent because most of them are senior citizens who have retired. Those who have good engagement, those who are professionals, those who are farmers, those who are even the youth. We engage youth who are doing fine, who have one way or the other putting things to table. We don't engage criminal at all. That's what make the system working. Since almost for 3 years now, we have not got any bad information about the PCRC. Talking of remuneration, no. It is only through our well-to-do leaders. Amongst the big PCRC leaders, they bring from their wealth to do this, to do that, in supporting the Nigerian police force.
Lawal, however, identified the porous borders around Ogun State as one of the major security challenges confronting the state, warning that the uncontrolled movement of undocumented persons into border communities has contributed to banditry and attacks on farmers. He urged the residents, particularly traders and transporters, not to knowingly provide food, drinks, and logistics to suspected criminals, stressing that such actions amount to aiding criminality.
Ogun State is a well-blessed community. When we are talking about security, in the first instance, Ogun State is well-blessed. Acting on the fact that I cannot count how many CPs now, Commissioner of Police, that has been thriving with the community, having a very good morale to serve the community. A CP, a Commissioner of Police that will move from Ogun State Command Central Quarters here across all the Nusu and Training Ogun State. In what? In combating crime through community policing system. Presently, the CP Ogun State Command, as we fondly call him, a blessing to the state. CP Bode Ojajuni, PSSC, has been in the system. He knows the way to collaborate with the community, but not just the community, the police community relations committees members, because the man in charge is able. He uses every material, intellectual, wisdom, and capacity to collaborate with the community. Presently, he has been visiting all commands, which this engagement was not monopolized. He carried the PCRC along. The PCRC and the police, they are on the same page. He will tell the community how far about Ilaro. They will give him the report, the current stringed report, professional report, not calling 3, 5, not telling him 6 is 7. The actual number of what is happening we give him. And based on the trust that most of the leaders in the policing system today entrust into the PCRC arcade is working seriously, because despite the fact that the PCRC members are not paid by anybody, but personally through our patron, our members, and everybody, we still combine the synergy to make sure Ogun State is above every criminal and criminalities.
The PCRC chairman also renewed the committee's advocacy for the See Something, Say Something campaign, urging parents to closely monitor their children and discourage them from drug abuse, cultism, and other social vices. According to him, many criminal activities begin within the families before spreading to schools, market, and the wider society. making parental guidance essential to tackling insecurity.
Ogun State government for the activation of another dynamic system, which is titled Operation Kosaye. Operation Kosaye has been working effectively. With shorter period of time, we cannot be mentioning here. Ogun State has conquered many nucleus and extended wars. Let's mention from even before the Operation Kosaye, due to the good in tandem and the system that is working, the CP Ogun State has made sure that the criminalities and all this saga of kidnapping across the land and breadth of Ogun State has brought to minimum. The drug abuse team and the addiction is growing in Ogun State. Earlier before this time, it has cut it to minimum sizes, where most of these perpetrator faces the wrath of law every day. So this has turned the insecurity in Ogun State to a very minimum level.
Lawal further expressed support for the establishment of the state police, saying locally recruited officers would have better knowledge of the terrain, language, and culture required for effective intelligence gathering and crime prevention. He urged Nigerians to continue supporting the Nigerian police force and other security agencies, maintaining that lasting peace and security can only be achieved through collective responsibility and sustained community participation.
Thank God for the architecture, the security architecture of Ogun State Command. This is where I will appreciate all the security sister agencies in Ogun State. Not only the police is working, other security agents, both the local and the extended one, they are working effectively, harmoniously. On this porosity is one of the factors that I will use to trigger the fact that we are facing challenges, because this porosity across the borders community in Ogun State is so open to the extent that we cannot have the enumeration of migrants and immigrants. Cannot have the numbers. No data has been put in place. I want to beg our government on this note that that is possible if our entering point is well managed. Things will go well. But aside that, porosity is the capital reason why the insecurity is fluent across the border area, because in the morning, as farmer goes to his farmland to do his engagement, before he comes back, many people have dressed like farmer, entering the community back. And somebody whose fatherland belongs to part of the Benin community, he definitely tantamount to work. But when on his way coming back, he faced challenge of banditry. There is no way it's a challenge to him or her. And also those who have business with border communities, most of them create such fear because some, by chance or intentional, engage with them without knowing. Because, for instance, those who supply all these bandits, those who supply them food, drinks, and other things, they are the living example of perpetrator as well. But in some community, when they sell a bottle of mineral, 500 naira, and at the end of the day, they are ready to buy it at 1,000 naira. The seller will never ask, what's your job buying a soft drink of 500 naira at 1,000 naira? But when the consequence comes, it is then your common African man will be asking, ìlú tó nọ́ba tó ní ìjòyè, ìlú tó nọ́ba tó nọ́lọ́pàá, all sorts of things. Why we have to come together to embrace security system by engaging one way or the other to support the security actually. And it's not actually you carry rifle or whatever. Everybody's business remains security. Another job that everybody should engage in is security. Another one is security. We have to key in as to maintain and to save our fatherland. If definitely we want great Ogun State and Nigeria in general against insecurity. by all whatever trusted ability, you should engage yourself with the security of this nation, particularly the Nigerian police. They are our friend. They can do better. You believe they can. God bless the nation.